Hola, hello, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. It's Guy Pacho with the weekly Pele report, no matter frickin' what. Ow! Down here at the American River. Oh yeah, we got the ducks flying, we got the kids playing. Yeah, it's really something here. Wednesday, December 27th, right in between the holidays, in the middle of the holidays. But for nature, it's just the solstice around here. And I gotta say, some things don't change as fast as others. Anyway, yeah, the moon is in Cancer still, okay, moves into Leo tomorrow. And yeah, we had that full moon, right, on Boxing Day, the day after Christmas. And I'm going to be talking about that Cancer-Capricorn axis, full moon in Cancer, opposite that sun in Capricorn. And but one thing, yeah, I'm going to be talking about family, but look at this. It's a little stinky down here. These are salmon. The salmon run is over. And I just learned yesterday that salmon are actually look at the size of this guy. Yeah. Salmon spawn, and then they go out to the saltwater ocean for 7 years, and they come back to the same river that they were born in 7 years later, and they find that river by smell. They smell the river where they were born. So talk about Cancer Capricorn. These guys go right back to their origins after being out in the ocean for many, many, many years. Nature and her natural laws, as represented by Sagittarius, Jupiter, and the 9th house. We do have a Mercury-Mars conjunction happening today. Mercury retrograded back into Sagittarius, just past the galactic center, joining together with Mars. I'm going to read the Sabian symbol for that degree, the 25th degree of Sagittarius, 2 degrees off of the galactic center. In the meantime, so many aspects happening. I mean, that is square to Neptune over there in Pisces. Okay. Meantime, the sun is trine Saturn, Jupiter. Sun trine Jupiter, Earth to Earth, Capricorn to Taurus. How about that one? That goes on for a few days. You got to give it an orb. So it has been going on. That's very wonderful, beautiful for gatherings, getting together, things like that. Mars is exactly square Neptune, okay, tomorrow, Thursday. And then Jupiter, speaking of Jupiter, stationing, sitting right there, goes direct on Saturday. After like 6 months, we're going to have a doggone direct Jupiter. The social forces will be going forward. I will read you the Sabian symbol for that degree. Okay, that's an awesome one. And it's a lot to tie together here today. So in the meantime, Venus is moving into Sagittarius. Yeah, that's exact on Friday. She jumps into Sagittarius and then squares Saturn over there in Pisces by Monday. And finally, Mercury stations and goes direct at 23 degrees of Sag on Monday. So hallelujah, thank God, direct Mercury. I will be happy for that once again. And yeah, the moon moves into Leo tomorrow, like I said, bops through there and goes into Virgo on Sunday, squares Venus opposite Saturn. Sunday is like a kind of day. And then Monday, Venus squares Saturn. It kind of stays a little uncomfy perhaps. But yeah, by Tuesday then, the moon opposes Neptune, trines Pluto, and moves into Libra. Let me just find a rock to sit on. Oh my God, there is a whole freaking salmon that is still got a body. Yeah, the sense of smell is really a very interesting sense. But, yeah. The good, the bad, and the ugly. I mean, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. Yeah, birth, life, and death. Nature has got it all. She is our great teacher. I may get up a little bit off the water, though, for the smell. So I can talk at the camera without getting tripped out. All right, everybody. Let's see where to begin. Let's begin at the beginning. Ow! So, with the laws of reincarnation, we choose from, with the help of other higher spiritual beings, we choose the time, date, place, mother, father, DNA, language, culture, religion, financial whatever, to incarnate into, to evolve according to our soul intention for this particular lifetime, right? Boom. So, and a lot of times, we've incarnated with these family members before in previous lifetimes. We have a karmic history going on with family. And I guess I would like to use the metaphor of like the family is the soil. So we as the seed, the individual, right, grows up, within this soil of the family with expectations, conditioning, programming, demands in some cases, abandonment in other cases. I mean, but like, this is the fertile or unfertile soil that we choose and have chosen unconsciously, spiritually, okay, to mold and form our conscious ego, issues, stories, problems, identity. Well, this is the thing now, the identity. So the identity is like, so we come out of, like a plant, we break through that soil into the light of day. We get our own sunbeams, we get our own drops of rain, we get, and we open up and we flower. And, so we have to kind of like deal with, and that's what the mantra today is about, this week is about, emerging into our independent, unique individuality out of that family stream, defining ourselves. And then, like I'm going to get into with the Jupiter stationing direct, then and only then, it's like after we define our individual role, identity, purpose, truth, that's when we can fully contribute all that we are to the collective. Boom. So that would be like the fruit that we offer. Yeah. The flowers that we, that bring forth, that we bring forth out of our core, out of our truth. So it is this process, and we cannot fully contribute all that we have to contribute unless we break free from all those, societal, cultural, parental, governmental, religious, whatever, all those layers and layers and layers that, the onion's got to, we got to peel back all that stuff, right, in order to, emerge out of that. So we want to, this is kind of all brought up. I'm kind of going backwards a little bit to that full moon. Sun opposite moon, mom opposite dad, okay, conscious will, solar purpose, as opposed to the subconscious inner child need for, emotional connection, nurturing, protection, so there is this stress and strain in this pull. Of course, sun's going to go up, in a couple of weeks here and conjunct with Pluto. And this is the family axis. This is the security axis is what I call it. This is, having to do with our genetic definition. It has to do with our gender definition. And we can see that, all those kids Pluto went into Capricorn in 2008, right? And it's there until next year. So, all these kids that are, up to 0 to 15 have done a recent gender switch. Yes, Pluto in Capricorn, Cancer, the 4th house or the 10th house indicates a recent gender switch. So the little boys have a strong feminine and the little girls have a strong masculine, and and the whole family dynamics now are shifting and changing, and so it's kind of a lot of things in the limelight, yeah, with this full moon really brought up, and how perfect right at the frickin' holidays. Of course, I mean, the sun goes through Capricorn, every Christmas, Hanukkah, New Year's, whatever, so, it's all, I call it a spiritual setup. We've been set up. Oh my God. What do I do now? And so I just want to, look a little bit at this, because, when we get together with, family members, or not, or we avoid getting together with family members, one way or the other, we want to understand that when we are triggered, emotionally triggered, when somebody says something, or they ignore us, or they, contradict us, or they challenge us, and we get emotionally triggered, we get stirred up, we get, we either get defensive, reactive, angry, shut down, run away, fight or flight, adrenaline, face flushes, or what, I mean, and this is what family does, because it goes right down to the seed, right down to the root. It's like, geez Louise, man, your parents, kind of know you since you were, a baby. Your kids know you since you became an adult. Your grandkids know you for, as just some old fart, whatever. But, that is, it's just like we are like in this kind of a container, of this family with all of that. And when you are triggered, that emotional trigger is triggering that there is shadow. There is some part of you, some part of your unique individuality that you have suppressed, denied, not spoken of, avoided, not wanting to show, not wanting to be vulnerable, not wanting to speak from that place, act from that place, because it would upset other people or make them angry, so you shove it. And, this is what comes up during these things. And working with family constellations, I just remember one thing was even that, mothers who keep their, children away from the bad dad, this is like, if the child doesn't make a bond with the bad dad, it takes on the shadow of the dad when it grows up. Right? So, we've got, even with absentee parents, okay, where, the parents are triggered and the kids get the fallout and all. I mean, there's just like so much karma, so much history, so much power. I mean, this is the other aspect. We inherit, for better and for worse, we, assets and liabilities. And so, every person has assets and liabilities. Everybody's got faults and everybody's got gems and jewels and gold. So, it's like sorting through. Ideally. And this may not happen in one lifetime, but ideally, you stop getting triggered. I mean, I know in past Christmases and past family gatherings, when I wasn't, treated as the dad or the authority or special or powerful or the know-it-all or whatever, it triggered me, right? Like way more than, this last time here now. I'm with family now, and it's like, okay, same kind of dynamics, same kinds of things, but not triggered as much. So the emotional reaction, you cannot like something and not, but you can shrug it off. When you can shrug it off, you get this sense that, okay, wow, I am more centered in the core, in the truth, as opposed to being, blown over or broadsided or, so, that's a signal, a sign that the more calm, cool, and relaxed and the less triggered that you can be in these family environments, the more you have individualized, right? And then, well, let me read the, this is a great one. I mean, it's perfect. So the Mercury, and let's see, Venus is moving into Sag. Mercury and Mars are already in Sag. These are the 3 personal planets, right? And the moon moving through Cancer and Leo, the most personal signs. So we have a lot of this personal stuff that, what is, Sagittarius, 9th house, Venus, Mercury, and Mars is my truth and my future, my expansion of my consciousness. So the degree that Mercury and Mars are conjuncting at is the 25th degree, and it is a chubby boy on a hobby horse. You can just see that for Christmas. Maybe you saw a hobby horse. The anticipatory enjoyment of powers one can only as yet dream of utilizing. The horse has always been a symbol of power, and in many instances of sexual energy. Until very recently, the horse gave us a greater possibility of conquering more space and what that space contained. Mounted on his hobby horse and experiencing the to and fro rhythm of its motion, the well-fed boy, unconsciously, and perhaps nowadays half-consciously, may anticipate the rhythm of the sexual act. In a sense, it is also a kind of make-believe and growth through the imagination. But here, the imagination is active at the organic body level. There is something of an initiation in the play. So, we see here the foreshadowing of the mature experience of manhood. This is the time. New Year's is approaching. This is really the New Year's Pele report, right? Anticipation, the future, the astrology. The astrology of 2024. There's a link down at the bottom of the YouTube here. And go to my website, newparadigmastrology.com. I'm doing a weekend on the astrology of 2024. And it's the future. And here's the kid on the hobby horse. I mean, we're all kids in one way. We all have an inner child, We all anticipate, what's coming next year, what flowers are bursting, what am I going to do? What new projects, what new relationships, what new things? It's like, so, there is this looking ahead. And the thing is that we can get ahead of ourselves. If we don't do our inner work, and we don't do this family work, okay, like I said, we don't really get in touch with the unique gift that we are and that we have for the collective. And our sole purpose is always to manifest in, with, and through greater circles of activity. So, and here we have, and this is Venus square Saturn, and this is, Sun trine Jupiter. Saturn and Jupiter are the social planets, and the last half from Libra to Pisces, okay, is all about social integration leading into cosmic, spiritual integration through the last three signs, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. So this brings me to this Jupiter stationing direct. Jupiter went up to 15 degrees of Taurus, came all the way back now to 5, and it's stationing direct. I've been waiting for this day when Jupiter goes direct and moves on, baby, and it's going to come into a conjunction with Jupiter. Yeah, I mean a conjunction with Uranus in Taurus in a couple of months from now. I'll tell you more about that later. But, you know, we have a lot to anticipate. 2024 is a big frickin' year. Pluto moving into Aquarius, the sign of society, of the collective consciousness. Pluto, the symbol of transformation. We have a lot of, there's going to be a lot happening here in the realms of social integration, society, technology, everything like that. But what I really want to bring forward here is the degree, the Sabian symbol for the degree that Jupiter stations direct, because I think it has something important to share. Yeah. And that is cantilever bridge across a deep gorge. It is the conquest of separativeness through group cooperation. The person who has suffered deprivation and loneliness can give new substance to his or her emotional life by participating in a collective project. All great evolutionary challenges imply the overcoming of basic difficulties. A step ahead must be taken, yet an abyss confronts the evolving person. It is no longer a personal void, an open grave, but a chasm that is an integral part of the land upon which our evolution must proceed. A link must be built through the power of the collective mind, of the group, or of the community at large, on the basis of the legacy of the past, to make a bridge over the canyon. The man-made bridge with the collective skill gives substance to and demonstrates our capacity to conquer obstacles and to achieve evolutionary continuity, as well as an expansion in space. That's the thing. We are not alone. We do not exist within a void. There is the law of one. Like these people or not, we are connected. We are a collective. And it's not just groups of like-minded souls. Ultimately, we are able, through Saturn and Neptune in Pisces, to have compassion and forgiveness for all soul beings, because for some reason or another, probably beyond our comprehension, we need to build bridges collectively. It is a collective process. We each have a gift, but we need the other gift and the other gift and the other gift. You know, we need the architect, we need the concrete guy, we need the metal guy, we need everybody's got this little, their own unique gift to contribute, so that together we can evolve this planet, we can evolve this solar system, we can evolve this race, this species of beings. So, there is this, we have to emerge out of the soil of our past, out of the roots and discover ourselves in order to fully contribute to making that bridge. So this Mercury-Mars and this Venus coming into Sagittarius, this is the time of expansion, of understanding our truth, understanding our philosophy, talking about it, sharing about it, writing about it, publishing about it. I mean, this is like, and it's by the galactic center, so we're getting downloads as to, yeah, this is who I am, this is what I believe, this is what, I envision, and then that sun moving through Capricorn wants to bring it down to earth, wants to manifest it. Let's build those bridges. Let's overcome the separation. Saturn in Pisces now is wanting to dissolve. Neptune, Pisces, 12th house is the process of dissolving. Water dissolves the sugar cube, right? So it is. It's about dissolving these walls of separation to experience the divine, spiritual love, connection, oneness, beauty, and this is what the little guy on the hobby horse is imagining, in some way, shape, and form, even with the sexual act, anticipating this union, yes, not just of body, but of heart, mind, and soul. So, this is what can, really come once we individualize, gain our independence, we then give back. Yes, our unique special gifts. So let's not put the cart before the horse. Let's stick today with our mantra for the week. My family helps me develop my core identity by challenging me to speak my truth and act independently. Mercury conjunct Mars in Sagittarius. My truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. This is who I am. Moon going through Leo. And then it gets humbled in Virgo, but comes back out again in Libra, just in time for New Year's. It's going to be great, man. Wild. Let's see. Monday is the first. So yeah, I mean, that depending where you are on planet Earth, the moon is either going to be in Leo for your New Year's, right? Or Virgo. But yeah, that is what's going on these days. Yeah, as that moon, she's actually after full again. She's waning. That is, disseminating. That is, re-entering into, social relationship, romantic, beautiful, loving relationships. And then those relationships contribute further, whether it's children or bridges or companies or, art and paintings, people come together and, and contribute to the collective. So let's build those bridges, baby. Feliz Navidad. Yes, indeed. And I will see you on the other side of New Year's. And again, mark your calendars, January 13th and 14th. And I will maybe see you for the Astrology of 2024. Saturday is what's going on for the collective, and Sunday is what's going on for you personally. It's two different, but you can do both. Yeah. Ow. Wishing you the best. Namaste. Aloha. So much joy. you.